Hey friends. So today, my wife and I started a 2-week long cleanse. And this is something that I have done, I don't know, but probably 10 or 12 times over the past 20 years, maybe 15 times, maybe something like that. No, not quite. It's been, I guess it's been about 17 years since I first did it. So not quite once a year. And initiating this required kind of a lift, because it's a change in diet, eating strictly raw vegan, and it's the routine of the cleanse itself, taking these pills and things, and there's this relatively significant emotional component to something like this. This is something that I've learned many times over the years. We, even if we're not quote unquote emotional eaters, right? Even if we're not deliberately or compulsively eating to assuage or mitigate emotions that we're feeling, most of us still, to some degree, have a substrate of emotions, a substrate of patterns that are there that food is part of keeping in place. And when we change our diet, when we change what we eat, it doesn't even have to be that you're doing something like becoming strictly vegan for a period of time. It can just be any change that sort of upsets the normal habits. Almost immediately, those emotions come into play. Almost immediately, we realize, oh, I didn't realize I was emotionally eating, but I kind of was. I was actually sort of keeping my system sedated with the way that I've been eating. And again, I've learned this lesson so many times over the years, because every time I really do something that ultimately is incredibly energizing and incredibly cleansing for the system, it also involves letting other stuff come up, letting other gunk in the more kind of psychic space also emerge. And what struck me today was the first day. What struck me today was, we had planned on this a couple weeks ago, and then the cleanse kits came late in the mail, so we missed the date when we had intended to start. And then we thought, the summer's really getting underway, we're traveling soon, maybe we shouldn't do this, maybe we should wait till the fall. And there was something in me that just initially felt like, ugh, can I do it? Can I do the lift? Because I know what it involves. I've done it so many times now. I know what the emotional lift is. Can I actually do that? And initially I was like, no, I just want to wait. Let's wait till the fall. But then something over the course of yesterday, something sparked in me. And I thought, you know what? I know what the outcome of this is going to be. I know the work involved, but I also know where it takes me, what it does for me, really, both in the immediate term after the cleanse is over, but also in the long term. And it seems really like this is an opportunity that I don't want to miss. We don't want to miss. Let's do it. So sometime around yesterday afternoon, I kind of plucked up my courage and proposed to Katie that we might just do this, and she was fine with it. And having her support it also kind of sent me the signal, okay, this is the right move. And now, and what that turns into as far as a kind of lesson for me, or a metaphorical lesson, is that sometimes we just have to pick up that heavy thing, right? Sometimes that's what we've got to do. It's not, I focus a lot on the ease that it takes to do creative work or to live life, the way in which a perspective of abundance, a perspective of lightness, of ease, is the way. It's the way we invite grace, abundance, joy into our lives. But sometimes we just have to face the things that feel heavy and be willing to pick them up even if they're heavy. Frequently what happens is they'll turn out not to be that heavy. There's something about like this, like doing this cleanse is not heavy. It doesn't make me feel heavy. It quite literally in all ways has the opposite effect. But there's a burst of effort required to get over the initial hump sometimes into something that's really healthy or really powerful or really valuable or whatever. And so I think I'm appreciating that, and I'm clocking that for myself, because it'd be a shame to stay cut off from the things that really have the ability to energize us, revitalize us, inspire us, right? It'd be a shame to feel a disconnect there, because that's really the heavy thing. Being disconnected from ourselves or being sedated by our habits is really what constitutes heaviness. Picking that up and moving through it feels heavy and can feel really daunting, but actually that's not the daunting thing. Actually doing that, actually moving in that way is joyful and light. But sometimes the lightness is hiding behind the darkness, or the lightness is hiding behind the heaviness. And we have to kind of know ourselves. We have to know what will really, what will really serve me. What am I really looking for here? What is this really about? Because I kind of go with the flow approach to whatever our impulses are might not be the way, might not actually allow us to hone in on the deeper truth. So, as I have just launched this 2-week process for ourselves, I'm appreciating that, and I'm recognizing that again. Sometimes you just got to pick up that heavy thing only to find out it's not that heavy. Thanks for being here, folks. Appreciate you. I'll keep you updated. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.